Yama me watch my kwa for Emra Begum Jumedi so on Adom TV live on DSTV channel 280 Go TV channel 119 Multi TV Big Boss on this live and so Ebra we the see ne ebetfet say atwem komo Mpensenpensemu breni medin the akwasi ensia my Ghana nya le fa hodie ene mfinhia adwesia enkono. It was 69th Independence Parade and ekoso e the Jubilee House. The Minister for Government Communications, Amayati, says, Senaka Koso outside Jubilee House near region by regional. A likely so money between spending close to about 20 million Ghana cedis to organize a seat match. But in the year no Jubilee House, we are doing less than 2 million Ghana cedis to cater for near Ekoso or Jubilee House. So it makes it ye make it headway. Away sikasem and hon kontabumu. Semeloka so do nature Jubilee House. His Excellency John Dramani Mahama and Mpensenpensemu Abamu Mpensenpensemu nyina krado. Ewo Jubilee House so much as ye ebeji salute. Ami ye akai se ampa omaye free baby ene ababa wie baby. Baby akwa ye mamu ewo mu a de be ka wasem se de be be ye enkontabu odi afa oman baby a ho kire ewo pa. Baby ka wasem eye the Zongos. The Zongos. It's Yakwa member under the leadership of Nana Adom Kwaku team, the Ministry of Zongo. And Omote fund be a bit to me, Abwasan and be a bit to me, I input to Nima, Ewasa Zongos, in the friend of Zongo Development Fund. Yet, the antenna sake, Omote a day, Amamra a tie a tree, Senebeya, a bit to me a dimu a yepa. First CEO yo by Yame Efanekra NCA. Another CEO by His Excellency John Dramani Mama by Swapao. Another CEO to that fund. Yebisa say Zongo Development Fund. Infinchia besni etwemu ekoni. Enfa so dia botaenti ye bo adisi wonum no. Ye ya ben ho. Ye dru ho. Ana ba bi ye wono ye ni mu entem kwan eware. Anapai we have the CEO of Zongo Development Fund, Alhaji Halidu Haruna, a former communication director of the Hajj Committee, a former parliamentary candidate of the NDC, a communicator of the ruling party. Alhaji, happy independence.
Same to you. I was sincere. What are the way there? Me angaza me free sirim kwa. Atade we minti me shobi. Omi suru kura hu abomi me hu any dia hu gitanu. Liso we see a friend no karfi. Panga.
Okay.
To me. Enu na wo gitanu.
Alhaji Halidu Haruna.
I go sincere.
Ebi adidi.
Ebi so a comedy.
Say comedy almost.
But you see idea, yes we prepare ABI
Musu didi. Zongo the financial presidency as young. The office of the president.
Office of the
Jubilee
president.
House.
Jubilee House.
Oh, okay.
Juma kesiye, juma no ye kesiye, but they are almost say she share ideas to hono.
Okay.
Here say yen shwe na yen timin shwenu na yenu yi.
Okay.
Yenu yi a mfaso no Ghana for be feel because Zongo de say jai Zongo the way a Zongo wono. Ni so no kesiye because it will be a reflection of the entire country. Okay. It is a who is Lego, who cantonment. Now feel say Zongo asem de yen wasem de twen kakra. Say antimi en ye jumadin emboa the young men and women growing up there. The effect of it, the negative effect of it, you know. Beba is Lego. Spintex and the account. And a collective kind of saying here say na ye kabum na yentimumboa na yempeja Zongo na Mpensenpensemu so asabi ebetime aka say Ghana.
Okay.
I develop.
Okay. So WhatsApp message now opeso the Fafa number where you say for me 0531 029 795 0531 029 795. Yeah, for Dini baby at the free bar account for my obaye na fund no emuti say
me da se mami fa mo video so en wish first lady
okay
mama Lodina Mahama happy birthday apumapa wo odiboa Ghana obuwa nipa nyame nhyira enka ne ho na onkoso emboa amanfo a omunnebi in fact me who say was 6 maternity blocks several communities within the villages Zongo Development Fund meko akọ nya collaboration with her na Lodina Foundation
okay
because mranu emma misa kwan
okay
metimi collaborate with organizations omuwo sika ometimi ade aboa me da se ubisa se me fa Zongo Development Fund the condition yes me say it just say to say the way Ghana no okay any problems me ko inherit but say we penny na the to me assurance say kwadi juma problem ni ti na yesi ko
okay
na sabiu sometimes emphasize on the problems but kwan a we so a resolve problems now we dani the bad situation into positive situations enu na here
okay
but other than that me inherit Zongo Development Fund say unim say Yemra Act 964 2017 yeah passes amrano na as part of a juma ye dia share yen sa say ye no say ye mobilize sika na ye mfasa sika no ye nko ye juma e wo Zongo sabi the specific areas no e ya dusia any apomodie asem any ejuma ye betimi a training so skills training e count yetimi boa in terms of support for education that is bursary and a scholarship edima na sabi main heritage na the coffers sikano a ewo hono ye 221 Ghana cedis
221 Ghana cedis
221 Ghana cedis so you can imagine
Alhaji Obefa Zongo Development Fund as CEO no account ye de ma no kire se na sika was Zongo Development Fund after 8 years 200 cedis 100 cedis 2
100 cedis 2
and 20 cedis 1
20 cedis 1
and 1 Ghana cedis
yes
sika eja wo Zongo Development Fund mu edema on
sa pepepe menim se you
no na binya because me ka say ye bo fund ne kra no ye be 200 million Ghana cedis edema mo eti the 221 Ghana obe nom dia ye enwument na aka 221 cedis ana
I want say Boshia na Omampeni vice president.
Okay.
Oji ma Zongo for ni say
the former vice president.
Former vice president Dr. Mahamudu Bamuya. Odi tujwa ewo maulidi wa Fadama. Say ombe establish Zongo Development Fund. Omo yesu as part of the law no omo di be shom say the $50 million equivalent.
Okay.
At that time, no. Okay. The be share sa fund.
Okay.
But omo di be count e wo mrano.
Okay.
Sabi no government be an ho a weba e be kan say sika ni ho. Inti yantimi mfa. But unfortunately sa bo share no embaso.
$50 million.
$50 million. Say omo can say they will legitimize it legally. Say. Okay. So that it will become like statutory.
Okay, so now $50 million maybe the seed money for the Zongo Development Fund.
So every year, be ready budget. Now be ma 50 million equivalent in
$50 million.
Yes.
For Zongo Development Fund.
For Zongo Development
Fund. Asma Dr. Mahmoud Baumia kind.
Sana okay.
Yes.
Ope me send the video no amount.
Okay.
Sana okay. But mrano a omube Act 964 no. Sa bɔhyɛ no ɔmo amfa nhyɛ mu
okay
nti but government of Ghana ɔmo kyerɛ kwan a yɛbɛtumi arezi ana yɛbɛnya yɛ sika
yeah
ɔmo kyerɛ sɛ subvention aban bɛtumi ɛma wo sika
okay
yɛbɛtumi so on our own yɛ create internal generated
okay
ɛno nti na Zongo Development Fund almost yɛsisi astroturfs
yeah
ɛwɔ mia patamu bi wɔ Zongo ɛno no wokɔ renti a na watua
okay
wotua bibi ɔmo a wo manage no na 60% of the revenue at the end of the month no aba Zongo Development Fund
okay.
so your policy na policy no ɛkyerɛ sɛ we have an allocation na uye allocation no 60% bɛba Zongo Development Fund 15% management committee a ɔmo da no ɔmo so bɛfa 15% no na 15% yɛ de ama adwumafo a ɔmo hɔ a ɔmo yɛ adwuma no na 10% bɛ district assembly saa asotef no wɔ ɔmo district no ɔmo so bɛfa 10% of
for the assembly
for the assembly
but I'm too innocent ubaye na ya ye nnwuma because me say 221 cities na dey ema omo so mo fans that mo gya no ewom pesika de mo no ma ye adwuma ya mo sese a edru sika na de mo no
ya ye adwuma de ya omo aye my hu in fact developmental album bi wo ho a e kire adwuma previous administration no omo aye e wo Zongo mu but usha apart from the 220 omo ajaeka
omo say jaka
yes handing over note no unfortunately no na Dr. Arafat onu na oye CEO and
the immediate CEO
me buy no o say onu omba ye handing over enti man timi enti na meninu a ebetimi akasa na maybe sa sema sabiu for clarity and other things no wamba the oye no say me trauma no say ombra na yentinasi na yenhwe kwan a yebetimi atie ye hu na yentimi me ankasa me take over no metimi atie ase niema akoso no
okay
was it on wamba na of feeling insecure against the on team member
o feeling insecure say
minti ase so what can asa no na me say okay metimi aye arrangement na yebeba no police
okay
from ebe free ni fee police for the no beba na oba na ye wia na police for edina akọ
into Alhaji the former CEO of Zongo Development Fund say on timi ma eno mebu nkonta because of feeling secured e Ghana and that's office no beba
office do
like Oba Jubilee House
there be say your office for I can't say Abilinkpi
yeah okay
office no Abilinkpi
office of president and next one
but because we operate under office of the president but your office any Jubilee House
okay
it was outside
okay
but it is a rented apartment use so or see one want to member
on feel secure office na otena ye adwuma no
exactly e kire kwan a ana adwuma wani adwuma ifo no e fae ana
ni ona ne kasa no so wo hefa
that's that time no wo adenta
no adenta and also on feel secure so be free adenta ba office na oyem adwuma
sir so the air no say me catch and say okay I can provide him with protection say be home bra so me throw Emma me frɛ IGP
okay
na IGP only regional commander no kasai and in fact I was on the line with them
like a conference call
so IGP catch and say on team me call regional commander no ho the regional commander say me throw for officially na me from bra so me throw eduko na me mada sabiu me hia sa bambon
okay
time no do no say omba he is not ready to even accept the protection. Me casa the official castle. It take time and sana or release Land Cruiser V8 no. Na Prado bi won nche. As we speak now, car baako 7162. Toyota Hilux.
Okay, saloon car.
There be 4x4.
4x4 yeah.
Toyota Hilux.
Yeah.
One car two one famba
up to now. Oman Japade.
In fact, Oman Japade. And you see, oh yes, I know. Now at the time, no, me ko check the details of that car. Now car no, yen transfer any Zongo Development Fund demo. What you say? Now car no, wo omo a ye talk car no omunche no.
Yeah.
Car no documentation registration no, was sa suppliers nundi.
Okay.
Twitter Ghana. Enti me take that number no na me dey call DVL.
Okay.
Na DVL chief executive no boy o ma me details no na me hu say car no because now one he refused to account for it. Make bisa no he was even arguing say that car is not ours.
Okay.
Enti me because before I make call take you over no. Yeah. Na me nyasa information so ni na.
Okay.
Enti me throw Emma Toyota. Me bisa Toyota for confirm me say dia.
Ose mo dim na me de talk ha.
Yes.
Zongo Development Fund. Na Arafat beka say enye Zongo Development Fund for.
Say transfer of ownership ye. Onu na anka ho no. Na obeye processing na 1 year.
No more transfer free ho dim na aba ho dim.
Obe transfer from Toyota Ghana to Zongo Development Fund. Say on say Toyota Ghana ukoto a cars no more register.
Ewo mu dim.
Yeah. So once you have purchased, then you request for transfer of ownership.
Eti Toyota for so me ye na mu say Zongo Development Fund for car.
Say there are records say na
so payment ni free Zongo Development Fund for account
mo.
Okay.
Enti me request here no omoji itum say car.
Yeah.
Enti they came to the office with Form C.
Okay, yeah.
FR cars ni na.
Yeah.
There were 3 cars young register in the name of Zongo Development Fund. 3 cars, 1 Prado, 2 Toyota Hilux. But 1 Prado, 2 Toyota Hilux now audit for a discover say it is not in the name of Zongo Development Fund. Into 3 no ni na me throw Emma Toyota respondi here na omodi from C by. From C no me sign here na omodi koye. But as I speak to you now, omodi krata no e buy.
Okay.
My transfer no in the name of Zongo Development Fund.
After my transfer?
Yes. So 2 cars no were yenchen, but sa 7162 Toyota Hilux no. Still no that so e wo.
What we stand inside no famba.
So he is arguing. O say enye e car no. In fact,
o say car near wind there.
In fact, maybe sa no. Now my argument is that yawo per the records me manya ansa na me koye.
Yeah.
I was expected to take over 16 vehicles.
Okay.
From him.
Okay.
Cars are already by.
That's handing over note.
Handing over note, no.
Okay.
In the handing over note, the 16 vehicles was indicated in it.
Okay.
Intimate.
With ABR chassis number and registration number.
BBR.
Okay.
So me throw man who say I'm expected to take over 16 vehicles.
Okay.
Or catch him say 16, 14. Inti letter me throw man no. Mean sister letter no na mean throw 14. Make a chance mean sister. They are open maybe say no say no what tum say 14 on throw.
Okay.
In response to my letter indicating 16.
16, okay.
Now no one catch him say 14.
14, okay.
What I say?
Okay.
Enti now there was argument no na I say okay. Or no obetro. But one throw officially what he did no say or handy or throw or send the email.
Okay.
With an addendum attached to the supposed handing over note. No.
Okay.
Edmame. But before I make
so on your screen, coverage from the Jubilee House. It's who the former President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo Jubilee House, close to the Chief of Staff, Ora Julius Debram, and Penfo. I would say the Vice President, Professor Nana Jane Opoku Ajmanso Akwakodia, and Cheba say His Excellency the President of the Republic, Commander-in-Chief of the Ghana Armed Forces, John Dramani Mamas Wabedru, nearly you know, it's me, I share some. So, Alhaji Asemwa woke.
So before the Makono, na minim say 16. So now we see what they. So addendum otro now handing over the purported handing over note.
Yeah.
Before me Makono na manya sa soft copy of the handing over note.
Okay.
Enti na me kan niama ehia say at least say oba maybe son. So but one but now T the cars no one for cars no preko emba or catch him say what the cars no menu and 3
yeah the 14 kra na no work no
14 no
okay
or the menu equal parky one executive secretary fee reason you say your honor you need security.
Okay, so on your screen His Excellency John Dramani Mahama Abba Bedru Jubilee House, also in his nice smoke set and pay my shape Miakasa Misumidi.
We challenge the president.
The president. Yeah, quite so the birthday woman, Babylon Dina Mahama, and so Abba Bedru Mampani Eteki, the national anthem. Naja, you ready to me. So Alhaji, well, for him say, you just sir. So 14 cars, no, you don't set me kind.
In fact, all cars I know see what the 3 cars or they are called executive secretary. Ni executive secretary ni fee. Enti me bisa executive secretary or no see there be any cars ni fee, but or workshops. So me bisa workshop location of the workshops na me suma ebi mu cars no be me towing car eko toy. Na Prado me di buy, me the white Prado be buy.
Okay.
The major and sensitive component a cost to power no yayi.
Alhaji.
Yeah.
Arafat.
Yes. ABSA. Ubisa any mechanic be catch say the ABS component system no. Omayi sa can white
free Prado car.
In fact, that car is almost a new car. So it was me buy na midima mechanic. It's costing our 49,000 close to 50,000 sa component.
Attorney General ya what do we?
Sir, my report to my BNI.
Okay.
Because I declare Emma me yes I report to need to call BNI. Land Cruiser wadi buy no. Na wadi etu wajai etu pump action gun fully loaded. Driver no kofa car no buy no. According to driver no bisa no say wanjai bibia wo kam no say an wanjai bibia.
Okay.
Wadi car no buy no. Ebia na adwin ye no say me pre say me use car no. But what the car buy no me park car no almost 2 weeks now me use me personal car. Na car no what the tracker I share car no na one car chere because you see say adwumboni eninity. I don't na waja etu na tracker wo car no one car chere me a me use car no say o tracker wo car no so that I will be aware of it one car chere. Luckily for me no me jai car no for almost 2 weeks. Now say who kita tracker unim the movement of the car where to me the movement of the car. So almost said for almost 2 weeks car no move no and sana offer driver na catch driver so wajai need to come. So I became alarmed. Enti me catch driver no say enye onu na Arafat ebe catch no say wajai to because I'm the head of the institution. Me na say obe frame me. I catch him say wajai etu come but one catch me. But it's the driver walk fire no na catch me say okay. So the me here no say me friend regional commander police because that's the first thing eba me tree. Maybe say regional commander catch me say okay. There are 2 things. Either say me friend now no ankasa bra na mbe you two no. Ana say me persua me call report to the next police station ewo available within the community. Now umbeba befa sa two. So I waited me catch driver and so encounter say umbra na umbefa two wamba. Enti me to kwan eco voter region for conference public service conference. Me buy no na me wo hon na madam for be advice say once official program na me attending me avoid the usage of my personal car. Enti me use to say institution worker me use to car. So
apart from car no the buy.
Apart from that. So Me decide say okay, me use Land Cruiser. That no, me use no me frɛ me public affairs director say onko report. Onko report wo Abele Mpe police station.
Okay.
So Abele Mpe police station esuma police ni. Oba na ye man glove. Me bi e ka no na oko hu itu no na ofire. Me move car no. Na me call official program. Okay. When they away, me we program no na o stop car. Me yes cannon spark. My yes cannon spark. Inti na akwa yese nungwase sort of an embarrassment situation. Inti me and in fact you see nyame pema sempa because man check program no end. Na me board chama. And an issue came up. In fact, the executive secretary to the former Yakanu saying CEO. Now that time I may Zoom office no. Former CEO no Emma no authorize na or the letter be called controller.
Okay. On
my blind side me
so coach here for there.
Say or see ni salary entitlement yentua so or throw letter or no ya terminate or appointment won't need to me. Okay. Instead of you to wait for the next CEO to come and act on it. What throw now instructee, and that is even a misconduct, serious misconduct. Inti me take key steps to deal with that matter no. As I said in Papa share me what program sooner or Baba attack him. And luckily, I was standing with my board chairman. Board chairman Nuna or to me manage issues. So the people who were there their attention did not come on it. Because me sorry and I'm sorry. Because they are all me feel say in fact, Sabiu, uye ohini na uba aye bibia enye. Enu nchirese umfamra kwan so. I bear no grudge against anybody.
Arafat Papa ever confronted.
And Arafat Papa, ni executive secretary, ni secretary.
Ni secretary, ni Papa.
Ni Papa. In front of my board chairman. And I was just laughing. And it was that same day Arafat stopped Land Cruiser. So,
me brebe na who say tracker e wo kan na brebe na ne kasa say who say tracker wo kam no ma me.
Who say sada danua say mama me reportu na ombefa Omo and son Mr. TU
yeah.
I suspected say Kanu tracker omo.
Okay.
But now me pese me assume suspicion no.
Okay.
Enti Saturday I me call function nuna. Me we function nuna me ba be fa Kanu. Me sparky a Kanu sparky. And you see the ignition on. Enti me sure nuna me who say tracker or Kanu. And so I called a mechanic, left the key and then jump into a car of my personal aid.
Okay.
You call but after I left the place, mechanic no 1 year tree or call was parking car or the car no quiet. So that gave me the impression that or confirmed my suspicion say
okay.
Tracker. So the next day it was on Saturday, Sunday, I'm afraid national security. It mo call office na call in Shishomu the entire office.
Okay.
And so na omo ye nhwehwemu wo car mu na omo discover tracker. So ye tracker no efri so. Inti enu na me feel say debi ehia say me bo bambofo amane. Inti me throw official petition educo Director General Ghana Police CID.
Okay.
But later no they refer sa case no ma BNI. Okay. So BNI for frame me call me statement. And so they were pursuing it. Eventually, after gathering all the evidence, omo kwa invite omo kwa say wa free Ghana, wa UK. So free UK na obenya to me. And you see, all konusu, there were internal generated funds. Sa asute funusika. Now na all control because all the momo numbers are yedi 2 years asikano. But that is even illegal because no kita.
It was now say a momo number.
A momo number.
A why number?
A Zongo Development Fund number. They are registered in the name of Zongo Development Fund.
Okay.
But now when the custody instead of the custody of the accountant.
Okay. Eti momo a phone no or no CEO no enche.
But he's supposed to be with the accountant.
Yeah.
Enti yet terminating the appointment or transfer sika our 44,000 into his personal Momo account. I be catch you.
Alhaji Asema na hake can say ye. Ara factor. Or yes, CEO of Zongo Development Fund.
Yes.
Zongo Development Fund sika ne wo Momo account.
Exactly.
What transfer 40,000.
44,000.
44,000. Ako go the personal Momo account.
Personal Momo account. Ni number. This auditors, external auditors, they discovered. In fact, before that, na me ankasa because me trauma no say me pay Momo numbers,
Okay.
On from bra.
La na mo de a funds to support him.
So or sumaye omudi 6 instead of 20.
60.
6 Momo numbers.
6 Momo numbers.
Yes, 6 na I won in chain.
Hey, Zongo Development Fund was 6 Momo numbers.
Yes. You see, because there were AstroTurf in various areas, say you were Baku or Medina.
Okay.
So Medina for were a specific number.
Okay.
Omujia na sika omudebe suma mayen. Na omudi
Eguso. Okay.
You were Baku or Wali.
Okay.
Omusu omuya na omudiaba. You were Baku or Fadama.
Yeah.
Omuya. So the Momo numbers are assigned to
the various AstroTurf. Okay.
But you see, it's considered to be a valuable. It's just like a valuable items belong. So anchor the accounts department nuna sa niyamanu ha. But now onu kita sa
Momo number,
PIN number, everything is under his control. Obia nim onu na wakita.
Accountant. Now when I register.
Onu na wako register. But he is the head. Sisi as Mpensenpensemu year registration. Mina meko akwaye. So those informations were in it. In fact, as I speak to you now, the computer belonging to Zongo Development or the PIN code I shared the hard drive, to me access it. And I have mentioned it for him to bring the distance so I will open it. He refused. Whatever that is in that computer, intima.
One computer.
Zongo Development Fund computer.
It's CEO office. It's CEO office.
It's CEO office. He has blocked
they
password up to the hard drive.
Hard drive in so.
So she say I say may use so computer and this am a flashy. Me flashy so information but I decided not to do it. So I removed that computer and I put it there and I'm using my personal laptop to do whatever I wanted to do. They are make 2 years. And in fact, the way he handles the staff, because that is one of the reasons I will say want him back. But he was
unfeeling safe.
Unfeeling safe. It's because of the way I handle most of the stuff. So me started me Jumanu, me decided say I will engage them one after the other, from the lower level staff to the higher. Inti mitie sama ekosu any the account. And I made a pledge to them. Some of the issues are very revealing and telling. But Makache Masha Omubo said, I will go into my grave with some of the information because they are very sensitive.
Okay.
But what I think I will do, say, ebe guide the way me pese me ni umu enye juma. And since then, I have changed. In fact, me start here, you see some kind of the workers are not excited. They are not happy. Need the account. And I was able to manage that. Today, as I speak, in fact, Uber, I sit with them. The last time, internal auditors. Now, liability of 39 million as captured in the handing over note.
39 million
Ghana cedis.
So, see, you a cannibal.
A cannibal and say projects be a omoye.
Okay.
Now, yantia, a bit more 70%. 90%.
Okay.
But so a car moja but ye kumuno because mean tinasi meja to say 39. Okay. And here say me validate.
Sure.
Enti ye kumuno na ye hu say sekano. It's not the exact figure of 39.
It's not up to 39 million.
It's less. It's about 12 million Ghana cedis. But even the 12 million Ghana cedis, ye gusu validation because Ministry of Finance catch say all the institutions, agencies are yedi kano. Obetuya.
Okay.
Now you start you on the clean note.
Okay.
But in here say we provide credible information in respect of that.
Okay.
Enti ye ma no na almost suma officers say be validate.
Okay.
12 million. So officers no by now time ma to kwan me ko Northern Region unofficial.
Okay.
Listen, so me deputy na Oshom omo ye wie. But yes, this the same information called OGM, government machinery, Office of the President. Just last week now, internal auditors no buy because the files are in respect of those things are bulky.
Yeah.
And so omuba office no na the files no more. The discovery ni say here say young the field. Bibia sa juma no no. Just to confirm say project
we were her.
Yeah.
Okay.
And we are now there.
Okay.
Because even yesterday, me were Jubilee House. Now internal auditor baku Asia me catch and say we have to go. Then I say yes, it's important because
it's a physical
inspection.
Okay.
Of the supposed project almost a decade that 12 million because there are some few issues question mark kakra so we want to go but sekasem. Okay. But luckily, out of my effort during this Ramadan, Matimi, I resist Kabi. And me check 2 checks, 100,000 any another 100,000. The first 100,000 maybe Monday, special clearance Metima clear. Okay. Then the next one is around on the 12th, Metima clear. So at least Metima boa na Metima ko sa inspection with the internal auditors. But by and large, I think the concept of creating Zongo development, any bad concept, taking into consideration the situations within Zongos. The Zongo community has been deprived.
Alhaji, see.
People.
For now, I will say, Mpensenpensemu the holy.
But you can come to my office.
Yes.
I will provide you with them. And now, in my political life, decide say I will never say things that I cannot justify.
But me say for now, I want to believe say enye holy. Because for say obi abesumo mind Ghana. Brabebu nkunta fa kire na also on the basis say on feel safe. Car wode ye adwuma fabra wode tracker hyemu a money pa obetake over no amane etuo enso daka animu sika ye de be ye adwuma no what transfer 44,000 cedis every company adwuma no momo account so akọ personal account
yes.
Then if say no credit this can be termed as thievery.
Thievery is a complete thievery.
Why is the Attorney General not working on it?
No, the Attorney General is not an investigative institution.
Okay.
The Attorney General, the police, Iroko or BNI, ombe nshishomu. Na omudi sa advocate nube ma Attorney General.
Okay.
So me as a CEO, as a minim.
Yeah.
Issue where me reason with the 44,000 is likely to go before Public Accounts Committee.
Okay.
Now, me na meko akwatina may explain it.
Okay.
So I needed to take steps to ensure say danu drua mekono. At least I will show some leadership to the Public Accounts Committee the steps I have taken to ensure that we get that money pay back to Zongo Development Fund. Mature because now auditors may discover omurezi query. The normal thing to do is to listen to him. Mature Manu. He doesn't even have the courtesy to reply respond to even the query that the auditors have raised. Mature Manu. Say na auditors no aka. Any explanation, any reasons, one film kura. And in fact, one film mature ediama police. Because me police. Ntimi nko akọ kachire Interpol say omunfa numbra. It is the police and the state. Nti mature ma police. BNI omo report about him. In fact, BNI have even declared him wanted.
Away.
Ewo airport. Ma like on said once you are an interested person, catch immigration.
Declared wanted.
Oh, that is he left the church. He left before they declared him wanted. They were looking.
And the BNI for so much to reach out to him.
He will not even respond to his calls. So the intentions. The issue is that on say bibi or sabi u near your actions but the real intention of so 44,000 who internal generated funds so ube touch you need to get clearance from the finance ministry before even to utilize it. Sad clearance no but we are fast as it can. Ebi musu was sendi ama ebi mu guess any the account o frɛ o mu a mami ba ko a auditors no frɛ no say adan sika ya di ama no ya che no adan ten ye frɛ no e bisa
wa transfer sika free
sika no bi
Zongo development fund mo account so ama girls
bra me di adanse no be kyerɛw we are media man and I think the good people of this country deserve to know I will not hide anything because one utina sina who hide we no ochina bi they will turn the thing against you. So you need to put it out there.
Yeah, or transfer my guests and so on.
Meaning, say onu na what I explain.
It means that mama na mo friend am so on.
Mama auditor no kasa basa. Inti auditor no jaye. And so he as the former CEO no, he say onu be respond.
But okay, but before be to aso no. Say momo phones ni nyina wo hefa.
But say what the chips me trauma no say on Fabra no what the buy.
What the chips ne buy?
What they buy? Ni sa momo issue no wako ye dey call public accounts.
Okay.
Now public accounts can say I don't think why sika ewo momo because your internal generated fund account ewo Bank of Ghana.
Okay.
Now anka omuye depositor we yi sa sika no now we dey call bank no.
Okay.
But one year into auditors no raise query. No query no until they call public accounts committee.
Okay.
Now public accounts committee no ema instruction say yen yi sa sika no yen fon call internal generated fund account no. Until me take you over no when I was being briefed by staff no now me drew on now my budget for 2026 adada.
Yeah.
And they are waiting for chief executive to come for his approval before Omo di Bema OGM now they are called because your budget all the agencies and the office of the president you prepare your budget now they are office of the government machinery now Omo di ni na kaboom Omo di sa budget ni na kaboom now Omo di be call finance but individual agencies will be allowed to go and defend. Inti yes we acquire. But at the time I buy na omo raise those issues. Me say na dey. Say way dey easy because your momo can say internet banking. Na momo no ugia na the shareholder with through the internet banking where to transfer.
Yeah.
But I was made to understand say a Bank of Ghana accounts but Bank of Ghana omo here internet banking. Inti to resolve that issue no say ube be commercial account, commercial bank account.
Yeah.
We can escrow account.
Okay.
Ubia na no because of momo can say internet banking ube me activity no. Now what transfer ni na dia share escrow account no. Now say you get it in bulk. Now what issue check.
Eti or the chips 6 na bre wana.
Or the 6 na bre me.
Phones na why dia. Phones na chips ni shim na why dia.
No, me name say but or chips now what they buy one for phone buy.
Or the chips 6. It we check in nyina so next ka say na what 6 ni nyina so.
Na sika wo.
Okay.
But me report ma BNI. Na BNI ye hihwomu no na. Executive secretary no ko ka kire BNI for say momo numbers ni nye 6 20.
Hey, oh my God.
So oka sanu na mini investigator no kasa ayenu na. Investigator no suggest says then I should write because the rest of it no me on famba mini bibia.
Executive secretary to the former CEO ne say Momo numbers are registered yes 20.
And 6.
Now more 20 astroturf.
Yeah, well 20 close to 20. Zongo Development Fund Ankasa year 17. Now Ministry of Zongo Development year I think 4 or so. I council.
So about 21.
20 and 21 is our 20.
Okay.
Enti yes na mimi trauma MTN. Say all Momo numbers are registered in the name of Zongo Development Fund. Mami
okay.
Numbers no.
Okay.
Enti there was a delay. Now I had the opportunity of sitting on radio to speak about the delay, the frustration
okay.
MTN 4A.
Yeah.
So the next day no the Momo numbers ni na buy.
Okay.
Buy no na ye throw back say for the 6 now ye because I requested for bank statement.
Yeah.
Mrs. the authorization
okay.
because now Onuna award the right to authorize.
Yeah.
So I sent a request for the authorization to be changed in my name. Inti me omu ye nuna me requested for bank statement. Omu this bank statement by. But you see the bank statement.
Momo statement and not bank statement.
Or Momo statement.
Yeah.
Momo statement you know. Mau the actual total figure of each of the Momo.
Each of the account, Momo account.
Into the Momo account. Into the you say I made a request again. So they were able to give me specific. But because he has transferred, in fact, the office of the president was instructed by Public Accounts Committee to write to Bank of Ghana, to write to MTN.
Okay.
Now MTN be Sikano. Because one of the excuses he gave, you say, because the amount who call vendor for no hono, uko ya umbeka choose umu Sikano. Sometimes because of the amount. And there was an instruction that withdraw the money and deposit the money into
Bank of Ghana's account.
One team yenu now you catch chief director in the office of president say on tro. So what tro Emma bank was MTN. MTN for also say sika ye kotu yenu. And yes I sika no na ewo momo no. Enti omun to me. So I then instructed them that then they should write back to the office of
the president
to say that the amount in the Momo wasn't there. So it was at that point MTN decided to block withdrawals from all the Momo associated with Ghana Zongo Development Fund.
So with MTN, how many Momo accounts? 6.
As at now, you were 20.
MTN.
Yes, say
Momo account ni na MTN.
MTN.
So the MTN confirm them say yes, account na wo chain in the name of Zongo Development Fund here 20.
Yes, they provided me with all the numbers. Me requested omo provide the numbers ni na.
But chips 6 penny.
But 6 penny or no what the money. So as we speak now, the rest of it, me who be a chips, but it was only 6 chips me receive from him. What I say? Okay. So the rest of it in minute. But I wrote back to MTN, catch MTN say, "Ombeti me amami amount a war in each of the win. Me call na MTN forces there is a software or a platform. I should go there and then enter some information and then do it. In fact, the cooperation from MTN was a bit challenged because almost to say because BNI was investigating Asemno. Ombeye Bibi Asabio, they will be found complicit in it. Into the response. So sometimes, unless the legal department MMO instruction, you hardly get their response as fast as you expect. Into Nuna, yes, but so far, yetimi a daily, and I've seen the amount in each the 6 can't say, but the 6 Momoa or the buy. But I cannot. I don't know. The rest of the Momo,
the 14
minimum amount as we speak now. Even though I made a request to know about.
But what me getting back to him to find out said when you're said there are rather 20 Momo accounts.
The thing I say mature together with their auditors, a discover no, say on respond to mommy. Now to me as part of my response to the query auditors raised, one respond. It's almost a month now. One film I sent it through his private email because at the time meaning Kasawa Ghana was sending the private email mami.
Okay.
Say me forward the letter B. Manu. Inti that private email no or minche. But
okay.
I sent this letter about the response in respect of the Momo mania wa transfer one fee. Some of the issues are here easy in the audit finding though. Or no na over to my explain one fee. So I have to just report to the police, Yuruku, so that at least they take it up. I have evidence of those letters, you know. So my responding to auditors, and I'm attaching all those letters to the auditors. Meaning, PFAC with the 44,000, no.
Yeah.
Yebeko Public Accounts Committee. But I'm just putting it to the Ghanaian people. It was not me. It was not under my leadership. So, whom we were Public Accounts Committee, I'm going to say Alhaji Halidu Haruna this Sikadebi Obina Odi.
For what's the message from about 0531 029 795 0531 029 795. Yeah, for the baby at the Fiba aircraft. So, if you share projects are a war under Zongo Development Fund. Zongo Development Fund eba ye 8 years in ye. Mushemwa etimi aboa ama wonyehia ahokyere ya ewo Zongo communities no abafo.
It will be difficult to say etimi I reduce. So long as say yan ye in Shishomo. You see the essence of project yeah. There's a need to go back to do a real assessment of the impact.
Yeah.
Or community with this development. As I sit here, my yes assessment. But at least I've seen a number of projects. I can confidently confirm say yeah because my course Sanergu chief or Sanergu no what the as I say, our 33 acre MI.
Okay.
Now, 33 acre, no. The essence is say a PCNC secondary school.
Okay.
Because Boshia Yama Zongo for no say Yabenya 3 Islamic schools. There were one in the south, one in the middle belt, and one in the north. Inti minya that information is said chief. No, or the Asasino Amano. I needed to take steps to take ownership of it.
Okay.
Now, ownership unity and say, Obi Penibi Papa Mawa. It is just courteous to go back, say, Ubekwa Kodanas. So, me call ho. And I think that when I listen to the chief, Ube who say, is describing in English, say, we are progressive.
Okay.
In fact, that day no, time no, me drew her 30 minutes before time no. So he made a very profound statement. He say, Zongo, eba even before time then really it means that the reset agenda is on course. But the expectation is say Zongo there. Say yamfa money yamfa bogen yes wine. But he realized say there have been some shift of making sure say time is very critical. But now there is the issue about craft center. That's our craft center no. You started but in way. So I visited the center. And also, yes, he was 2.5 acre of land.
Okay.
That 2.5 acre of land, you know, and the normal circumstance, the first thing that should have been done is say you take ownership.
Okay.
But it is not in the name of Zongo Development Fund. But he has started project, you know, also. So I decided that okay, the first thing I will do is that let me secure the title of the land first.
Okay.
Into Metro Emma Lands. Lands Commission or can say Tamale with the letters me request the letters from the chief or the letters no mami into letters no na medical lands enura na omo sending me bill metuya for the registration the documentations no 33 acres of land, you know, met we about 31,000 Ghana cedis with some coins. About 2.5 acres, no, met we about, I think it's 9,000 or so. Inti me sure me name me staff back. Me ka chance so yebetua. Me because sa land no wetima use as liquidity.
Yeah.
Wetima anya support me. So who was those properties in your name? It helps. Inti metua. And fortunately for me, within this Ramadan, as I said, me send the appeal to some of the agencies. A bit more respond ama mesika. Inti out of that money, I will make the payment to get the documentation done. And so the Islamic Senior High School is one project. Another one is Al Farouk Teacher Training College. And you know, Yashabo say you provide you with critical infrastructure. You improve, you peja school to a very good standard. Inti Mr. T enuna principal no throw by me niyama omo hia. Inti me ko get fund. Me ni get fund collaborate get fund ejtum. So get fund omo di dining hall ekoye. Omo di two-story 3-bedroom apartment for teachers ekoye. Omo di hostel ekoye. So at least for now, no, 4 projects has already been allocated for Al Farouk improvement of their facilities. I have also a concept. May you should say Zongo, because it's one of the difficulties I want to say the nature of our settlement. We have a family of 5 and 6 or 7 in a chamber and hall room. Nkwala no so omo school, but school a omo ko no ehia se omo besua ade anaju se akwala no pese on sua ade a ne papa na ni mami won pese omo da. The children are asked to switch off the light. Enti edusia no na aye problem. Enti it came to mind say ehia se yentimenya a place within the Zongo community where it will serve as a learning center. In the evening just after prayers, we'll get all the children within that catchment area to come to that place for at least even 1 hour. It's just like the secondary school, or boarding school. Now after dining, we go prep. And the learning center is also meant to become like a training center where we establish a full secretariatship. A bit more boys, more talent in computer. Who call most of these internet cafe in the afternoon? Who say nkwala bebre omuti ho. They are omu Mpensenpensemu. But we could there's a possibility of redirecting that expertise to become productive. And the intention for that learning center is say we will get all these young men there. Then we train them into maybe coding or software developers and etc. So yes, at least within a certain period of time, we will bring very productive young men and women. And the next thing is drug addiction. Who say Zongo is becoming a hub for drug addiction. Nyata center no. The young ones are sabi. Oman, they are not into drugs.
They are not being addicted. No.
We can prevent it by getting people who have the expertise to be running the place and educating them on that. So we are looking the possibility of that. But when in Abai is yet to give me the money. But that's why I have embarked on engagement with the diplomats. So recently you see me with a Turkish ambassador and you see me with a direct aid Kuwait for any account. In fact, under the collaboration between myself and Kuwait direct aid, 104 students Yamaumu scholarship. That was just last 2 weeks. I am making the effort because me ankasa me Zunguni, and I'm not proud with the kind of conversation and image Zongo. We need to change that.
Alhaji Halidu Haruna, and a chief executive officer of the Zongo Development Fund. The amount for sharing me say baby is into abano correct. you say the jawa near the aswa bini de akwasi sia da asa no person je be na kai ho on bedwem on Adom TV point me ba sia na fe de Adom nkabomre ato aso e ba sia